Hey guys, it's Coach Yanni. Welcome to my page. I am a mompreneur, sales coach, and I own a health insurance agency. Here we are going to talk about all things Medicare, sales, and a little bit of my life. So we are definitely talking about Medicare today. And if we do not know, or for all people who do not know, Medicare is generally for people that are ages 65 and up. Okay. So it's people that are very seasoned at the prime time of their life. My favorite, my bennies, my Medicare beneficiaries are my fave. Okay. And we are getting into the Medicare gems. Okay. Now, who qualifies for Medicare? Now, Medicare is health insurance for people 65 or older. You're first eligible to sign up for Medicare 3 months before you turn 65. You may be eligible to get Medicare earlier if you have a disability like end-stage renal disease or ALS, like the Lou Gehrig's disease. Okay. It is important to know that Medicare eligibility is determined by the Social Security Administration. So if you call an agent, even if you call Medicare.gov, and you speak with the representative there, they are not the ones that determine if you qualify for Medicare. So it's very important to know that, okay? No agent, no sales agent can qualify you for Medicare at all. Everything is done by the Social Security Administration. So what typically happens is just on a regular scenario, what typically happens is you are about to turn 65, okay? There's 3 months before. You get a letter from Social Security letting you know that, hey, Medicare is coming. Sometimes they give you like forms to fill out, but a lot of times they already know all the information anyway, and they just go ahead and send you your card, okay? But of course, if Social Security has any questions at all, if you have anything to fill out, they will send you something letting you know to fill these things out. Normally, they don't call you, but if you call them, let's just say, brace yourself because you will be on hold for quite some time. And anybody that has ever been to the Social Security office to like get a Social Security card for a new baby knows that if you go to the Social Security office, you are definitely going to be there for quite some time. It's normal. So we are all in this together. So if you're in there and you're like, oh my gosh, it's been an hour, just pump your brakes, find a friend, read a book. It might take a little bit of time for them. That is very, very normal. Okay. Now let us go into parts of Medicare. And on this video, we're just going to go over some basic things. Just to learn more about Medicare. Okay. You can use this for training videos if you're in a corporation, and my bennies, my Medicare beneficiaries, they can use it to just get to know a little bit more about Medicare, okay, before you get on the phone with an agent. Now, the parts of Medicare. This is where things start to get tricky, okay? So, Medicare Part A. Hold on. Actually, let me go ahead and rewind on the qualifications for Medicare. Now, I did say that you do have to be 65 and up to qualify for Medicare. Also, another big qualification is to work at least 10 years 10 years in the U.S. paying tax dollars to qualify for Medicare. That is a requirement that they do not bend on. Okay. So another way to get around that is marry somebody that has worked 10 years. You got to be married to this person that has worked 10 years to qualify for Medicare. They don't bend on it. There's nothing you can say. So I've had people, that call me and say, hey, my mom, I finally got her to this country and, she really needs Medicare. And I have to, first apologize, of course. There's no way that she'll be able to get Medicare unless she marries somebody that's a citizen and also has worked 10 years. There's just no way around it. They'll just have to get private insurance, and private insurance is expensive. It's very pricey. So, to say the least, it's very pricey. Now, let's get into Part A. Part A is hospital insurance. So, generally, I'm going to say generally a lot because a lot of different things can happen in the Medicare world. Okay. So you'll hear me say generally a whole lot because things, they can throw some stuff out there and then that's why it's best to speak with the licensed agent. Okay. Now, Part A, health insurance. Part A helps cover inpatient hospitals, skilled nursing facility care, hospice care, and home health care. Now, the trickiest part is inpatient. You want to pay attention to that because when I say inpatient, that does not mean the emergency room. Let me say that again. Just because you went to the hospital for emergency room, that's going to fall under Part B. That's going to fall here under Part B. Okay? If they do not admit you, that falls under Part B, and it has to go towards your deductible for Part B. Okay? Part A is inpatient hospital care. So if you stay in the hospital for a few days, then that's going to be under Part A. Okay? Part B, that is your medical insurance. So that helps cover services from doctors and other healthcare providers, so like doctor's office visits. Outpatient care, which is what we talked about, like emergency room, outpatient care, like if you had an outpatient surgery, that's what it's going to cover. Okay? Home health care. Yes, Part B does cover home health care. Okay. Durable medical equipment. So, like, if you need I've had people that needed, like, shoes for diabetes, like diabetic shoes. Of course, canes, walkers, stuff like that. All of that is under durable medical equipment, plus more. Okay. And I say it here, wheelchairs, walkers, hospital beds, and other equipment. So if you need like a hospital bed in your room, that's going to be covered under Medicare, baby. Mm-hmm. Okay. So like many preventative services, like screening shots or vaccines annually. Okay. Yearly, annually. And then you do get an annual wellness visit. So when you start off every single year, there will be a deductible for Part B, but your wellness visit is always free. Yeah, you always get that free wellness visit, so it does not go towards your deductible or anything, but you won't have to pay anything because you do get that annual checkup. Okay, go, look at Medicare. You better. Okay, now Part D, drug coverage. Part D helps cover the cost of prescription drugs, including many recommended shots or vaccines. Now, what happens is you're going to join a Medicare drug plan in addition to original Medicare. So technically, Medicare's Part A and B, that is what we call it in the Medicare world, original Medicare. Medicare's Part A and B. It's going to cover your hospital and it's going to cover your medical. Okay? Boom. We're going to try to keep this as simple as possible. But if you have questions, y'all know y'all can ask me. Or call me. Let me see. Ooh, I just be getting off subject. Okay. So, let's see. When you only have Medicare's Part A and B, the normal thing to do is to get a drug plan, okay? Because Part A and B do not cover your prescriptions. And I know my bennies, and I keep saying bennies because when I first started out, I worked at a call center for Medicare. So I was just a customer service agent first. Oh my God, it was so long ago. Like 11 years. Crazy, right? But I started off with that knowledge, which was so great. It catapulted me when I got to sales. But they call Medicare, people that get Medicare beneficiaries, right? So I say my bennies, right? My bennies, my beneficiaries, my bennies. But anyways, okay. So for my bennies that wants everything kind of like bundled up all in one, you're going to get a Medicare Advantage plan. Now, when Advantage plans first rolled out, I'm just going to be quite honest with you, 10 years ago, they weren't as equipped as they are now. Now, they're a little bit more equipped, so again, depending on your situation, you should always, always, always speak with a knowledgeable agent that's not just pushing one product to you, that is looking in your area and assessing your current situation. So this ain't no 15-minute call. This call is like 30, 45 minutes. You're going to have to talk to this person. You're going to have to assess the situation. They're going to have to know your doctors. If someone doesn't take that type of time out, I wouldn't get a plan from them because they're just shoving you in something and they're sending you along your way. You don't want to do that. But not back to what I was saying. So when you join a Medicare drug plan, and you typically join a Medicare drug plan in addition to original Medicare's Part A and B, because as you see here, they do not cover drugs. Okay, so this is something sometimes you're going to have to pay for. Sometimes there is zero premium. Sometimes they're not. It depends on your area, your situation, the medications that you take. I'm always going to revert back to talk to an agent because that's the way you got to go. But, and it says, or get it by joining a Medicare Advantage plan with drug coverage. There are Medicare Advantage plans without drug coverage. So that is important to know, that you have to get a Medicare Advantage plan with drug coverage. If that's what you want, that's what you're accustomed to, get one with drug coverage. Plans that offer drug coverage are run by private insurance companies that follow rules set by Medicare. So they do follow the rules set by Medicare, but with these private Medicare Advantage plans, there are a lot of different advantages, okay? And I'm just going to say it. I mean, sometimes they have people coming and cleaning your house for you, Some of them offer like extra rides to the doctor. Some of them offer dental along with it. What are certain parts? This is not every part. Let's just okay. Certain parts of the country, they offer some money back. So like last year, I don't want to say companies, but it was a company that was actually giving you back your whole premium, your entire premium every month. So think about that, having your whole Part B premium, because you got to pay for that, your whole Part B premium given back to you every month. So every year, and I know open enrollment is coming up. Every single year in open enrollment, you do want to call and talk to an agency. Okay? And I know y'all don't like calling and talking to different agencies, but I'm telling you the truth. You might be losing if you have not evaluated your Medicare in 2 years. Things change so much. And it changes all the time. And like I said, one of my clients that I've had for years, she called me last year, and out of the blue, a totally another company that did take her doctors, and she saved on her Part B premium, and she saved on her prescription drugs. So even though I've had this client for 5 years, that was a year that things changed. And that's why I always tell my clients, I always send out an email, a little pop-up or something, like a text message, letting them know, hey, open enrollment's coming around. Be sure to check with me and see if we can save you some money in your area. So definitely, this is the end of this video, and I hope you like it. We just went over the basics. Of course, I'm going to go over Part C. But, honey, Part C is a beast. It's a lot to explain, so we can't go over that quick. If you like what you see, please give me a thumbs up, okay?